Good afternoon. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and I promised I would come on and give you guys a special reading. This is a bonus reading today for the 18th of March. I promised to come on and give you guys a little bit of a touch on how to navigate this year moving forward, as well as the financials and the, well, what would you call it? I guess how to go about coping with the terrible inflation and everything that's kind of going on around us. So that's really what this reading's about. I am here. I've got Sophie and Sprocket. Sophie had an injection yesterday. I took her to the vets and actually got her, I think it's an antihistamine kind of injection. So she's actually stopped scratching at the minute. So fingers, I think it lasts for about a month, just to give her a bit of a break. So she's pretty chilled out and relaxed today. She's in her little zen today. There's actually a nice breeze. It's actually really beautiful. I hope all you guys are going well. Hope you are enjoying spring and you're still not getting snowed on over there. I know a lot of you guys are coming out of winter. I'll say cheers, guys. I need a bit of my light refreshing drink as it's very hot. I've got my Passiona today, my passion fruit drink. Yummy. With lots of ice. I love lots of ice in my drinks, even in winter. I got to have lots of ice. All right, I'll close my eyes, guys, and I'll get us some guidance as to how we go about navigating everything. I guess it's like trying to keep all those balls juggling in the air. How do we go about doing it? All right, let's close our eyes, get started, and we'll see what the guides come up with. God, they're showing me two lines. They're showing me two lines running parallel. We have to walk parallel. This is what I'm getting. It's almost saying parallel. Oh, I guess it's like, we talk a lot here about the two realities. Well, it's like we're walking parallel with the other reality. There's two lines of people. There's like them and us. We have to keep walking parallel to keep moving forward. We don't want to keep, this is what the guides are saying, we don't want to keep crossing paths and being dragged into that reality. We have to keep ourselves parallel. So if you think of parallel, you think of like a gap in between. We have to stay, well, it's sort of saying stay away from the narrative, but it's also stay away from the people. But it's more about protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe. So I'm getting that. It's almost showing me like a train track. Like you don't get train tracks where the tracks go like this and then they come together and the train still fits on them, because it would all derail. And we've had a lot of derailments, haven't we? There's been more happening, I think, in America, wasn't it? God, it's just nuts. But I am getting the train track. It's even all the way. So we have to work at keeping probably ourselves even, but ourselves safe and protected from everything, from the people, from the narrative. So I'm getting that continuous gap. We have to make sure we keep a gap for our own safety, apart from safety, but for our own sake. Make sure we leave that sort of, it's like a buffer, a protective buffer between us and what's happening and us and them, the people waking up, these kind of things. So stay parallel. Don't merge into that old reality again. Keep yourself away from it. That's the first bit of info I'm getting. Well, the dogs are so relaxed today, aren't they? It's so nice. It's beautiful out here today. Oh, I still got a bit of a tweaky back. Thanks for asking, guys, and caring all about my back. It has been pretty bad. We had to do a few trips to the tip today, getting rid of some of the bushes and things, and the old back. I had to put I've got a little back brace, you know, those ones that you stretch around. They really help a lot because they rest your muscles. I do find them really good. I actually had a fall a couple of years ago. I slipped down the back stairs and really hurt my back. I was very lucky. I didn't really injure anything. I think I just, you know how you squish your discs a little bit and it squeezes and pinches on a nerve sometimes? I slipped in the frost. You know how bad it gets, guys, when your stairs are slippery. You can't see the ice and you just go straight over. It's terrible. If you want to have a good laugh, guys, Aussie Man Reviews, I've told you about his YouTube channel before. He's an Aussie guy. He lives in Perth. Funny as, he's got heaps of videos on people slipping on ice in their driveways and that. I mean, it's terrible, but it's bloody funny to watch, I tell you. Go check him out if you haven't, because it's really good for a gut laugh. His channel's really funny. He's funny like Carl Vernon, actually. So thanks for asking about my back. It is slowly getting better. I'm a lot better today. It's just good to be able to move around again. You know, you get really stiff, don't you? Anyway, enough of me. Let's get back to the guidance. God, oh, excuse me, guys, a little burp. They're showing us on a roller coaster ride now, okay? We got to buckle up. It's like we've jumped on this roller coaster ride, but we know it's coming. We know this year, 2023, is going to be a roller freaking coaster ride. And they're showing us getting in, and we're really buckling in. Like, not only are we pulling that bar thing down in front of us, but we're so aware of what's going to be going on and how up and down this journey is going to be that we're even putting on a seatbelt. It's showing that we're taking extra precautions, and we're not eating so we don't spew up on the ride. We're really hanging on now, and we're preparing ourselves for the roller coaster that's about to come. And to be honest, as much as we're on the roller coaster, it's kind of saying that we're more in control of our ride. This is all you people watching my channel. We're in control of the ride. It's the people who aren't aware of what's coming that aren't in control of their ride. It's showing me our roller coaster is going to be like this. It's showing me we get on the ride, we put the bar down and we take off, but our roller coaster ride's more like this. It's just an up and down, a little bit bumpy. You know what it's showing me? It's almost like we're on a little kid's roller coaster. You know when you go to a big theme park and they have the little kids section, like the toddler section? Well, we're on that. We're not even going to get sick or anything from all of this. We're just on this little ride that you could almost take a 3-year-old kid on. But we're very aware, but we're on the littler ride because we can see what's coming, and we're not going to get on the ride that's going to virtually do loop-de-loops in outer space and all this kind of stuff. You know those crazy roller coaster rides you'd see in Disneyland and all that, where they go up and around and then back and around, and that's what these people are going to be going on. The sleepwalkers, the people waking up, people in bubble denial suits, they're going on a hell of a roller coaster ride, but they're not even strapped in properly yet. They're not even aware of all the drops they're going to have, how sick they're going to feel. This is what's happening, guys. So we've got to really just make sure we get, well, that's what the guides are saying. Make sure you get on the right ride. Don't get on the wrong roller coaster ride. Get on the roller coaster that you're in control of. So we really have to be in control. And I would say also, this is about being in control of our emotions and our thought processes, and the decisions that we're making. I'm just getting that. Make sure we're on the little roller coaster. We don't want a turbulent ride this year. I'm just getting that. And that's about, see, the roller coaster ride represents sort of your thoughts. And Sophie's rolling in the grass. She can't help herself. She's the dog that loves grass. And you know what the vet told me yesterday? Well, just try and keep her off the grass. Like, she nearly needs to wear shoes and everything. She's wearing her Hawaiian outfit today. You'll probably get to see her, I don't doubt it. She'll be over in a minute. So that's what I'm getting. These roller coaster rides are a choice. We're choosing not to get on the big crazy roller coaster anymore. We're choosing to go to the little toddler theme park, because we don't want all of this. We want to have a simple life, an easy life. And that's a choice that we can make now, guys. We can still make these choices. All right, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. And so you do that by not complying, not being told what to do by government. They're talking here in Australia again. It come up on the news this morning about the digital ID. They were talking about the digital ID is going to really help and save people. Now, we just need enough people to go, no, not doing it. And what are they going to say? What are they going to say? So really, I guess we just got to turn our back on these things and just keep staying on the little roller coaster and sort of making our own choices and going, no, not going to do it. I know that's easier said than done. It's very hard when everything's rolling out on our doorstep, but we still have choices. We have a choice which ride to go on. Unfortunately, the people who don't see it coming, they just don't know, and they go on the normal roller coaster and it all gets crazy out of control. That's their life, that is. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting that One World Bank is advancing. They're really advancing. They keep showing me, they're showing me, I told you guys that BlackRock here had bought a lot of the casinos in Australia. Well, they bought definitely one, but I think there's even more. We know they're sneaking. There's a game of cricket going on in the background. If you're hearing the house outs and all that, there's a cricket oval just near where I live. You can hear them yelling out. That's what that big roar of people is if you hear it. They're showing me the poker machines and the money. Now here what they're trying to do is just have all machines card only. We knew it was coming, didn't we? So gambling is an area that they're looking at. I'm getting this One World Banking. The One World Banking is marching forward. They're really starting to look to take control. We know this year that's what's going to happen because all the banks are closing down. As we know, all the little towns have hardly got... Some towns don't even have a bank anymore. It's just, what is going on? I know this is happening where you guys are. So they're really moving forward. Now, I'm going to ask some more detailed questions about how we go about navigating this financial collapse, bank collapses. What should we do? We talk a lot here about silver and gold, purchasing silver and gold. You can't go wrong. It's always going to hold its value. It's a good investment for your kids. Rather than leaving money in the bank, we don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to freeze bank accounts? Are they going to sort of steal our superannuation? It's like, you know, we don't know what the real plans are of this reset. So I always tell you, if you've got money sitting in the bank, probably put it into your mortgage or put it into, I mean, this is what the guides kind of keep saying, you know, sort of spend your money wisely is the advice from the guides. Spend your money wisely. Okay, let's see what else we get. They're saying, like, forget the coins thing unless you know what you're doing, which some of you do. It's not an area that people are very well educated on. People don't quite understand that. The coin thing could take time for people to get their head around. Oh, someone got a wicket. Yay. How's that? Like the song we got the other day. Here she comes in her Hawaiian outfit. Sophie, come here. Come on. Come and show me your Hawaiian outfit. Here she comes. Come on, do some modelling. Come around here. Here she comes. Oh, she looks a bit flash. Oh, not the bum preferably. Here she is. Oh, she's a funny girl. Sit down. Oh, God, where were we? God, I lose my train of thought. You know what my dogs are like? Oh, they love it when you're out in the garden with them, don't they? Sorry, the how's that? Everything. It's all happening out here today. The birds are quiet. I think they're all having a little siesta. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's a beautiful day. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we're talking about the coins. And God, we're talking about the coins, weren't we? But you got to kind of know what you're doing with these kind of things. You know, but that's why we get a lot of the gold and silver purchasing, that sort of thing. Okay, let's see where else we go. Oh, they're actually saying, interestingly enough, that a lot of people are eliminating red meat anyway because they can't afford red meat. But then I think everything's gone up. Chicken, everything's gone up. But they're actually saying that a lot of people are looking at other options because they can't afford meat. Meat has got dear. Very expensive, actually. So people are looking at alternatives. Maybe people are sort of becoming more vegan and vegetarian without even knowing it, just because of the cost of meat too. So I am getting there's that reduction in the, I suppose, meat industry. See, it all comes back to affordability, doesn't it? What people can afford to put on their plate at night. I mean, you know, buying a sirloin steak or whatever, and these things can be quite dear. Pork chops are really dear now. Certain meats. So people are budgeting more around these things as well. So maybe it is starting to reduce a lot of the meat intake anyway. It's quite probable. I must say, years ago, I never really worried. I'd go into the butchers, and I'm sure you guys are the same, and you just get whatever you wanted, sort of for dinner. I always support the local butchers. And now you sort of think, oh, I better get some sausages tonight, and oh, maybe we'll just have mince and have some spaghetti bolognese. Like, you tend to go for the cheaper options. So I am getting that a lot more people are going for the cheaper cuts of meat. They're reducing their meat intake and substituting it with other things as well. That's starting to happen. That's stuff we're doing automatically, guys, to reduce our costs, because meat is dear. I am getting that. It's becoming quite obvious, apparently. I suppose little butcher shops, and that'll become a thing of the past as well, won't they? They'll die out eventually too. They won't be able to keep up with all Woolies and Coles and all that, and the big shops. All right, let's see where else we go. The guides are saying, like, for us, this is their advice for us, not to jump from the frying pan into the fire. Be very careful where you're putting your money. Again, this is a tip they're giving you. If you have a loan or you're with a bank that you've been with for years, there's no point just going and swapping everything around, because it could also be a trap. So there's a lot of sirens here today. We had fires here the other day, just over the hill. They put them out. It was a really windy day. You can hear the sirens. Fire trucks been going out all the time in the last week. So yes, be very careful. Don't jump from the frying pan into the fire. So don't be fooled and don't be conned by things. This is what the guides are saying. If something sounds too good to be true, and this is a warning, forewarned, remember, then it is too good to be true. If you get some, we know there's going to be a lot of government packages around the solar schemes and all this kind of stuff, renewables, but it's also going to be about cheap solar panels on your roof. If people come around knocking at your door, be very careful what mobs that you're getting to put your solar panels on, or who's installing what, for example, your heating and cooling systems and these kind of things. They're just saying be very careful, because when all these things are happening, all this renewables, it sort of opens up the industries for a lot of dodgies. You'll get a lot of this, people ripping people off, saying they're going to do a job, and then it's like a half-done job, and oh, another wicket. They yell loud. So that's what I'm getting. Just be careful of scammers. Not that we're all going to probably go down that renewable road, but of course, practicality-wise, like my husband and I are thinking of getting a water tank, because I've got a lot of plants to water, and water rates are going through the roof, aren't they, guys? I know they are wherever you're living. They're charging us for everything. They'll be charging us to breathe in fresh air soon. Oh my God. So be very careful. Don't go from the frying pan into the fire. See, a lot of people, it's an illusion. A lot of people think they put those solar panels on their house, they're going to have hardly any electricity costs and all this kind of thing. But it's all a bit of a trap, really, because sometimes, well, as far as I know, the government can also utilise your power and things like that as well. So I don't know. There's just a lot of things to weigh up. You've got to do your research and ask professionals, basically. But be very careful of dodgy scammers. They're going to come out of the woodworks with all these renewable systems. They just will. God, imagine the amount of poor old people that'll just get sucked into these things and lose their bloody life savings. Because solar panels here is like, I think it's like $30,000 to put them on your house. It's a big investment, isn't it? It's a big chunk for people to find. And then they want you to have electric cars and everything else. Like, oh my God. All right. Let's see where else we go today. What other tips can the guides give us to help us navigate this nonsense this year? The guides are actually saying that we've just got to bide our time. Sprocket, come here. We've got to bide our time, and that things will settle. We've got to bide our time. We've just got to sit back and wait and be patient. The guides are saying it's unfolding, and everything's unfolding nicely. Yes, everything's going to the extreme, but it has to go to the extreme. And I agree with that. It has to go to the extreme for people to see it and for people to wake up. Because if it doesn't, they'll never wake up. Even in England and all those cities that are becoming all those towns, well, they're cities, 15-minute cities, how many people has that woken up? Tons. Because they're sharing the information, they're spreading it around, they're letting other family and friends know what's going on where they're living. It's starting to happen, guys. So we've got to just sit back and be patient. and just bide our time, just waiting and watching from afar. We just have to bide our time. God, they keep giving me May. We know there's a lot happening. Oh, probably it's already nearly at the end of March, so April's going to be a lot going on. They're saying to me that in May we're going to see a lot of the, they're kind of saying like there'll be success in May. There'll be success. And like we're navigating this really, really, really well. And the guides are kind of saying, considering the enormity of what we've had to endure and the things that we've gone through in the past 3 years, we're still navigating this very, very well. So thumbs up, guys. The guides are like, you're doing really well. You got this, guys. You got this, is what they keep saying. They keep saying, just stay out of the narrative. Stay out of the narrative. We are trying to. It does affect us, though. I always talk about the ripple effect, that we do get affected by things too. Hang on. I'm getting there's a lot of class action lawsuits. See, this is the stuff that we're not aware of that's going on in the background. I keep saying there's a lot of lawsuits, a lot of lawyers involved now. Class action lawsuits. People are fighting back. They are fighting for their freedom, even in the background. Just because we're not seeing it, and we know we don't see a lot of things on mainstream media, these things are happening, and we have to know that. Come May, we're going to find out a lot more, probably a lot more, I'm guessing, and the guys are saying a lot more of what they got planned, but there's going to be a lot more coming out about the lies and deception and things being exposed. I keep saying that, whistleblowers, but also the exposure of things. People will start to see those truths. I know it's hard to believe that, guys. I understand it. With all that Pfizer data, they're still not getting it. I understand that. But sometimes when things really blow up, they can really blow up. And that's when people start to look. Fingers they do. But I'm getting May. May's going to be... May, they're calling May the exposure month. Fingers. All right. Of exposure of truths. All right, let's see where else we get. God, they're showing us like sitting at our desk, right? And we're very organized. They're showing us with filing systems, like, you know, the like in and out trays. They're showing me that we're busy filing things in and taking things out, filing things in and taking things out. We've become very organized with our thinking. Our desks, they're showing me that our desks are very tidy and uncluttered. But when they're showing me our desks, what they're meaning is our minds. Our minds are very clear. Things come in, but things go out. Things come in and things go out, like the file system on the desk. We never leave things laying around. We don't leave things unfinished. I would say most of you here, if you're watching my channel, are very organized people. We're methodical, we're organized. We like to get things done. We don't rest on our laurels. We're very proactive. I always call us the proactive castaways that ended up on Gilligan's Island. That's what I'm getting for us. They're showing me the desk, and the desk is very organized, but it also has information coming in and information going out. So we still receive things, but we also let things go. And that's why we're able to have this clear, it's saying a clear mind is what they're referring to. There's not even a lot of clutter on the desk. The only thing they're showing me is a stapler. And when I'm thinking of a stapler, it clips things together. If you think about a stapler, you put a few pieces of paper and then you staple it together so that that information stays together. We're able to piece things together. That's the image that I'm getting for us. Our desk, we have to, and this is what they're saying, we have to remain very organized in our thoughts. This is about thoughts. It can be about your desk too, because I always talk here about decluttering and how that helps your emotional state to always declutter everything pretty much in your life. Fridges, garages, cupboards, everything. That never hurts to declutter. I was telling you guys about that. A lot of you are coming into spring overseas. Declutter, spring clean your car out, do all those things. It makes a difference to clearing your mind as well. So I'm getting a clear desk, Most of us here have a very clear desk, but we still allow information in, and we allow the information to go out. Anything that we receive that we think is not of value, but has no purpose for us, we let it go. That's what I'm getting for us. Sprocket, come here. What you doing? Just eating some grass, some weeds. They always eat grass, don't they? So we're still very methodical in our thinking. This is in our thinking. All right, let's see if there's something else that can help us. Sophie, she's looking at bum again. Sophie, come here. Sometimes it feels like we're going like absolutely batshit crazy, doesn't it? God, yesterday I had that big, heavy, like clouded head. And it does. It feels like you're going batshit crazy because you think, what's happening here? Sometimes I even watch my videos back and I go, what on earth? Like, you guys must think I'm a little crazy sometimes, the things I talk about here. They don't even feel real, do they, guys? And then I get some song just comes out of nowhere and you think, is this our reality? Like, you feel like you are batshit crazy sometimes because nothing feels real. And then you start thinking, because I post so much on Facebook, I know you guys do too, and you think friends and family must think we're batshit crazy. They must. But they are waking up. They're starting to see things differently. But we see like the whole picture. Like, we see the whole picture in an instant. Whereas they see tiny pieces of it. And it's again that jigsaw. They've still only done the border. That's what the guides are saying. They've still only done the border on their Where's Wally jigsaw. Remember I was telling you about Where's Wally with the stripe, red and white striped top and the blue jeans and the beanie, and you got to find him and there's a million Where's Wallies. It's the hardest puzzle to do in the whole world. Well, that's the reset puzzle. It's the hardest puzzle that you could ever have to do. But we've done ours. We found it very easy because we can see things and we like to finish things, see, again. So that's what I'm getting. Oh, no. Let me see if there's something else to close with today. Oh, we've got to do a bit of finance. Hang on, let me see. God, I'm getting interest rates won't be lowering. Oh God, it's having that real tornado effect now. It's taking people, it's just swirling and taking houses now. You think of a tornado, it can just rip through houses and just rip all the roofs off and toss them to the curb, basically. That's what's starting to happen. So you've got to be, the guides are saying you've got to be, oh my back, oh sorry guys. You've got to be very careful with your finances now. But like they said earlier, you don't want to go from the frying pan into the fire. So, you know, sometimes it's better the bank you know than the bank you don't know. They can promise you the world, but then long term, is it going to be like that's the advice from the guides. Better the devil you know. Like that's that Kylie Minogue song the other day. Better the devil you know. Better the devil you know. They're all devils, aren't they? We know every bank is, but you know, sometimes you've got to weigh these things up too, because you can end up in a worse situation, is what the guides are saying. And the tornado is going to take a lot of houses now from people. We know it. Interest rates will keep rising for a bit yet. God, it's showing. Oh, hang on a minute. God, it's showing us, and it's showing that we're on a marathon ride, but as in running, like a marathon. You think of a marathon, people can run for like 2 hours and things like that. Well, that's kind of us. We've got this real inner, well, I guess tenacity. We've got real good lung capacity. We've got strong muscles. But see, when you think of endurance running and any marathon running, it's a mindset. It's a mind game. Yes, you have to be fit. I'm not saying it's not something about the fitness as well, because that's very important, but it's about a mindset. Because when you hit that pain barrier, you've got to be able to push through it. And that's something that we have. We're able to push through our pain barriers. You often get that gluteus thing if you do endurance running, you'll know what I mean. It's called something and you get pain in your glutes and your bum. Because it's called oxygen debt or something. I used to do cross-country running all the time. I've always run until I got older, and now I can't run anymore. You get a bit stiff, don't you guys? But that's what I'm getting for us. We're like these marathon runners that have this very good mindset to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like we don't wear down because it's that mental toughness that you have. You believe that you have that strength to do things. It's like starting to believe in yourself. I'm getting that for us. We're like these marathon runners. Because really, guys, there's not much that we can't handle. God, 3 years of this, we've been vilified, we've been ostracized from society, people have lost their jobs, people have had vaccine injuries. Oh, so much has happened. We've lost friends and family. This has not been an easy ride. And now everyone's getting hit with pretty much everything, all the finances, the whole... Well, we don't even know the half of what's coming yet. I'm guessing we will by May. We'll know a lot more. But we're like these marathon runners now. We can just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until we get to the end. We're not worried. I mean... Yeah, we're just not worried. And you know what's weird is we're not even looking for the end of the finish line. That's the thing. Like, we just know we can keep going because we have the right mental frame of mind. It's frame of mind. Hit the pain barriers and we can still keep going. Like, oh, here's more of this. Oh, we can still keep going. Oh, what? They're talking about CV again? Oh, whatever. Like, that's our attitude. Now we can just keep running. Just keep running. We're these endurance runners. So just keep going. That's probably the advice from the guy. Just keep going. We have the mental capacity to keep going and the strength. All right, let me see what else there is. They're saying we have to keep supporting small business. Keeping small business alive is going to really help the economy. Otherwise, as we know, big corporate's going to come in and take over. So keep supporting your local businesses. That's really important. Rather than turning all our dollars over to the big companies like online, like Amazon and all these places that are just killing it, wiping out family industries and things like that. We know that's happening. So we need to kind of keep supporting these little smaller businesses as well. That's something the guides are saying globally as well. I know that's hard to do, but sometimes you do have to think of these things. Hang on. God, they're showing us walking through a creek, and we're very sure-footed. We're on these stepping stones, and we're walking across the stepping stones across a creek. And what it's saying to me is we're very sure-footed. We're very sure-footed in where we're going. It's showing me that we're not going to slip off these stepping stones. We're not unstable. We're very sure-footed moving forward. The decisions we make... See, and this is what the guides are saying. Any decisions you make around finances or anything that's about to do with the rollout, we listen to our gut and we go from our feeling responses. So that's going to be the right thing. I always tell you here on any of my... intuition, sixth sense videos. I'll leave one over here, guys, in case anyone wants to watch any of those. It very rarely does your body give you misinformation. You'll get guidance, you'll hear little voices, you'll sense something in your gut or your stomach that doesn't feel right, or it does feel right. It doesn't matter what the message is, but you've got to listen to these things. And that's why we're able to stay like stable and cross the creek on these stepping stones, because we have very good intuition and guidance. And you know, the biggest difference is that we listen to it. So that's a very, very big tip from the guides today. Make sure you're listening to your intuition and your guidance this year moving forward. And an example is you, Taffy. You said those people were having that conversation about the climate lockdowns, but your gut said walk away, don't go into it. It's very easy to just bang, go into your big spiel, but you listened to your gut feeling and you walked away. And by doing that, you stopped them from shutting down and denying again, and you also saved yourself. So it's a win-win for everybody, because they're going to keep waking up, because they'll keep having that conversation about it. They won't shut down. So that's an example, and that's what the guides are saying. Keep listening to our intuition and our guidance. It's very crucial moving forward this year. I'll see if there's something to close with today. I think that's nearly enough bit of guidance to get us through anyway, a little bit. God, I'm getting this song. Oh, who sings it? You know how bad I am. Mary, Mary, you're on my mind. Dun, dun, dun. Folks up in and your base and be mine. I'm not sure if it's In Excess or Jimmy Barnes and Cold Chisel. Mary, Mary, wanna be with you. I think it's In Excess. And this is what I'm gonna do. I feel good tonight. Everything's gonna be right, 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 right. Gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna have a good time tonight. That's the words. It's the words in the song that have meaning for us sometimes, guys, isn't it? Mary, Mary, wanna be with you. I'm sure, I don't know who sings it. Is it In Excess? It's In Excess or Jimmy Barnes or Cold Chisel. I don't know. You know what I'm like. Let me see if there's another song to close with today, but that's the song. We're going to have a good time tonight. Even if you're at home, I'm having a barbecue out in the backyard tonight. That'll be nice. Let me know what you guys are up to, or it might be morning where you guys are. We're usually going, the sun's going down as the sun's coming up for a lot of you guys over there. More sirens. That can't be good. That means fires usually in this heat. But there's no wind today, so that would help them a lot. Let me see if there's one more song to close with today. You can listen to the siren, the Aussie fire truck. All the dogs start howling. Hear them? No, showing off now. No, it's all right. I'm getting the song. I'm getting the song. Who sings it? I'm getting the song. Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. Please, please release me, let me go. I think that means we want the government to let us go and just bloody leave us alone. I'm definitely getting that song. Please release me. Oh, I don't know who sings it. Is it Roy Orbison? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. I don't think we ever loved our government anyway, but that's just the words. Oh, we get some weird songs on here. Bear with us, guys. Let me see if there's something else that I might be able to get the singer to. Hang on. Sprocket. Got to have his little... Now he's got to have his little appearance. I'll give you a little quick look at him. Where is he? Say hello to everybody. Hello, sweetheart. He's a good boy. He's funny. Oh, now I'm getting a kiss. He's trying to get some attention. Let me see if there's a song to close with today. If I can think of one. Hang on. Let's see what's in the jukebox. Quiet. There's no birds this afternoon. It's really strange. They must all be sleeping. A few little sparrows, but not like in the mornings. They're always up early. The early bird catches the worm, I suppose. Oh, that drink's nice. Okay. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting the song. I'm getting a Justin Bieber song. You know I love Justin. And I'm getting that song. Sophie's dragging herself along the grass, making herself itchier. Oh my God. I'm getting the song. Is it too late now to say sorry? And I don't know what you're not sent to do. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? And that's the sleepwalkers and everything. We know they're never going to say sorry. Don't even expect it. But that's how they're feeling. Is it too late to say sorry? That's the Justin Bieber song I'm going to leave you with today. The government and all that, we know they're never going to say sorry. We know they're not. But that's what they want to do. But they're never going to do it. But that's the song I'm getting for us today. Is it too late now to say sorry? Meaning they should all be saying sorry to us. Government, Fauci, all our stupid leaders that lied through their backsides. All of them should be saying sorry to us, shouldn't they? Friends, family that have wiped us and don't even communicate with us anymore. Oh. Anyway, that's the song I'm going to leave you with today. Is it too late now to say sorry? Oh, you know I love Justin Bieber. His face is getting better. I saw him the other day. He had that cerebral, that Bell's palsy thing, remember? Pretty much from the jab. And his wife had that blood clot. It's just madness, isn't it? I wish people would come out and talk about it, but he'd get so vilified if he spoke out. It'd be terrible. I don't blame him for not. We understand it, don't we, guys? We know the feeling. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that today. I hope some of those tips help you with a little bit of guidance. We might do another one in a few weeks' time because I think we're going to be needing it. Take care. I'll say goodbye from me and the doggos. Oh, God. And have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I'll come on and do one tomorrow, and I'll talk to you on Sunday. Say goodbye, Spock. God, it's a goof, isn't it? All right. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.